Good day, all. So, today we'll be looking into methods in health communication. So, in continuation of the chapter communication in healthcare, so we'll be looking into what are the methods. Okay. So, as you know, it's a process to know, it's a way of how we can try to influence and bring on a change in human behavior, right? That's what is health communication. And right, it's so one thing is you can just notice the only thing more expensive than education is ignorance. So what does that actually mean? For example, so there's a person who smokes and he smokes heavily. Okay, and of course, as a doctor, you know that smoking is injurious to health, and you tell him that it's injurious to health and you have to stop smoking. But if the patient and of course the first point is you, if you are not effective enough to communicate and bring on a behavioral change in his smoking habits, then you have failed in health communication, right? And if he ignores whatever you have told, and of course he's not bringing on his no, change in his behavioral habits, again there's a failure of health communication. So this is the key part of preventive health, where health communication plays a very important role on bringing in the behavioral change. So now how to practice, what are the ways of practicing health education? So one is audio visual way, where as you know of, like we can broadcast in radios, we can record our health message and put it in the mics, use microphones, amplifiers, earphones with all the mobiles which you have, right? So and there are two ways of looking into it. That is without visual, without projection, like you can use a chalk and board if it is in a class health education for students. If it is in public, give a flyer. For example, in corona, as of now, corona affected areas, you can give a flyer and educate them regarding the problems. We can put posters, charts and all graphs, you can put it across to them and show the impact of the disease. And which projections, of course, if there is sufficient what is it infrastructure, then you can use powerpoints, you can create films, combination of television, cinemas. So as you see lots of news medias, so the media which is giving information on, again currently the corona health education becomes a very important part of it in audiovisual aid. Next is looking into other methods. So three approach to health education. So we can do education, health education for an individual, that's counseling normally we call it as, or you go to a class or host a program in a community, and as a group you can do group approach, or at a mass. So the televisions which are playing a key role in mass communication, where they are trying to approach the entire nation by itself or globally. So there are different depending on the objectives. You can use it depending on the objective of you want to achieve and the behavior to be influenced, and also available funds. Right. So coming to individual approach, what is individual approach? First is personal contact. You talk to the person, you tell him the problems and try to bring on a individual what is it behavioral change. Or no, in field visits, as you know, we go for field visits, right? In community medicine we go house to house visits, we try on to understand their health perspective, and also if there is any taboos we tell them to, this is what the actuality is, right? So we can, or else you can also it's way of personal letters, which was I think very old, but now also can be one of the way. So when you go and interview, like more of in it's in a clinical setting where you're sitting in OPD and the patient comes to you, doctor, and when they come to you, because they're coming to you because they have a problem, and when they have a problem they're ready to listen to you because they have a problem and they want a solution. So that becomes very effective in terms of health education. So being a friend, someone tells don't smoke doesn't make any impact. Rather than the same person having cough, and he's now afraid what's happening, and he goes to doctor and doctor tells don't smoke, it becomes a big impact. And along with just not telling don't smoke, there's a process of health education, as you already know. The principles of health education you already discussed. You know how to reinforce credibility, know all the points which you discussed. And again, we normally go to house visits. There are, as a doctors, you should know what's happening in the field. There are ASHA workers, accredited social health activities, full form, and we have a lot of nursing staffs, a lot of other active NGOs which go play a major role in the fields, where they go and educate people at the home. Coming to group, so group mainly happens. So okay, let me tell you about the different ways of it. You can do talk demonstration for a group, or group discussion. We have a panel discussion, where panel discussion is a place where, like, there are 5 to 6 experts on the stage, and the audience ask questions, and, like, put up questions, or the panelists also have their own questions, and one person moderates, and there's a panel discussion which can happen, and people, you get information from it. Symposium, where a person goes up onto the stage and he speaks, one expert after one, and they give key information on specific topic. And workshop, where you get a hands-on experience on that particular aspects of the disease. For example, you have ECG workshop, where you go and learn ECG by yourself, how to interpret and all those things. Role play, there's HIV/AIDS, where you go do a role play on how it communicates, how it happens, or corona, how it happens, and you tell the people that this is how we have to prevent. Conference and seminars, as you know, conferences are big places where mass gathering happens, with many experts giving talks in different places on different topics, which also becomes a very good method. So coming to talk, which is very old method, and of course an effective method of delivering the talk. So in the best for around 30 people, and should be around 15 to 20 minutes. Current interest of health need should be there, so that they can assimilate. Audiovisual aids in a lecture. Basically, audio-visual doesn't mean that you should have some technology-based things. You can have simple something called as flip chart, where there are a lot of pictures, and you flip those charts to show to narrate a story. Okay, and it holds the attention of people. You can see how people are very attentive looking into the chart. Final graph, of where what happens is um, um, so there's already a pre-arranged pictures. It's almost like in a Flipkart itself is a very old method. Now we don't much follow. The pre-arranged sequence of pictures will be there, and it keeps running almost like a movie, and the person gets an idea of the education he's getting. Of course, films and charts effective must be used in discretion. Of course, you can do short films, videos, all can be done, and also chart where we display it in the many hospitals or healthcare centers. It's the same. Exhibits, exhibition, like where you can exhibit the models of different diseases, the viruses, the bacteria, or the situation where they can get a disease. So all this could be a very important way of exhibiting the models and showing them how visually it looks. Demonstration, of course, when you're demonstrating how to wash your hands with the soap, becomes very important thing, where you the currently with coronavirus using sanitization and all. The best way, sanitization is an additive thing. It is not the best one. The best one is soap and water. Washing your hands is the best, and it's not just washing rub, it's mainly hand rub, where how your hand rub that and wash. What are the methods, and by how you can do is take a group of people and demonstrate it to them. Group discussion, where you are also considering other participants to contribute and discuss their views, exchange their views, and then come to a conclusion at the end of the discussion. So around 6 to 12 members should be there in a group discussion, and should be seated in a circle, because everyone can each other, because everyone is putting their opinions out into the a group, right? There is a leader who initiates, and he moderates the entire process, and he also summarizes at the end of the group discussion. So panel discussion, as I said, there is around 48 qualified speakers who sit on a podium, and they discuss to give you the information. And so also the different people, the audience can also raise questions and put it across the panel. Workshop, as I told you, hands-on experience. Role play, I think you being in the first year, now once you move to second and third year, you will get many chances to enact in specific observing specific days, or a specific no health education which we have to create. So you get a you also have to, like we had already role plays on diabetes, so planning to high HIV. So different ways where you can educate people is one of the key way, where is folks, mimes and everything have been used. Conferences is large, and it's a single day or 2 days, or it goes for a week and can happen. Coming to mass approach, when you look into mass approach, television, radios, internets, newspaper, print materials, direct mailing, post, science, billboard, health exhibition, folk media, all of you know about these, and these are the main ways of no giving the information to people. So let's not discuss in detail into these things. Television, as you know, news, radio becomes a very big. Internet plays a key role in doing that. YouTube is one. I think you all of you know how it's spreading awareness and education. Newspaper daily, as of now, we have a lot of app-based news, filtered informations which you can get through apps, right? So printed media, as you know, flyers and all those things can be also related. Direct mailing, as of now, not much, but still it can be one. And billboards, of course, you can see a lot of billboards now. Amitabh Bachchan, their film stars who are promoting positive health, preventive health concepts across India, and that's also becomes very eye-catching for people to understand about health education. And health exhibitions, sometimes it's open for the public, where they pay a specific department from specific health centers who display their specialized areas for the public to understand what's the problem and how it can be contained and prevented. Folk media, a lot of folk media means, as of now, that this has been actually interlaced with the YouTube to get a more impact. You can see a lot of small short videos, movies which are coming up. And also, of course, on the field, a lot of folk activities can also be done in terms of health education. So finally, I would like to say that the only thing more expensive than education is ignorance. So whatever it is, invest on the knowledge which you have to gain in any field, of course in health, so that you keep yourself healthy and fit. So in this current situation of corona pandemic, know your know the disease, know how it happens, what it's up to, and be equipped knowledge, having the knowledge to know, to contain this, and also to help others to prevent the occurrence of coronavirus in your family and friends. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye. Oh, one more thing. If you want no more information of coronavirus, there is a platform called as artofcommunitymedicine.com, where you can go and you'll get a complete training on current coronavirus, and also a certificate which could add value for your CV. Okay, that's an additional information. You can visit artofcommunitymedicine.com. You can get enrolled into the course. It's a free thing, and also get a certification. So yeah, stay healthy. Thank you. Bye.